gloves because this is probably gonna get a little bit messy. Beauties, today is going to be a little bit of a different video today, as you can see by the title, and I just wanted to take a few moments to kind of explain what's going on before I get started. So I've already washed. I did a bentonite clay wash to thoroughly cleanse my hair, my scalp, because it was time. I typically wash my hair with a bentonite clay mask instead of using a traditional shampoo, and that's kind of like every other wash, every 2 or 3 wash days I'll do that. So today I am dyeing my hair. Now, I've mentioned, disrespectful. Now, I have mentioned before on my channel that I am technically a color treated natural, and I dye my hair with, sometimes it's with an indigo blue and sometimes it's with like a purple, dark purple, midnightish or indigo color. And that is because my hair naturally grows in a dark brown, like a dark ashy brown. And it's never been something that I won't say never, but as an adult, I've taken more of a liking to having it super black. Years ago, I used to dye my hair with henna, and I found that you could dye your hair black with indigo, and I just loved the super deep, dark black color. Unfortunately, today, I do not have henna and indigo, but I'm looking into getting that again in the future to dye my hair. But until I do that, I decided to go with another semi-permanent dye that's very popular, at least back in the day. It's vegan, cruelty free, and I'm hoping it will get the job done. Usually, and I don't know if you can see, I'm gonna close up. See, my hair is not jet black like it is on my ends. Can you see that? It's definitely lighter up here. So we are going to try, for the first time, I don't think I've ever tried this, Manic Panic. Semi-permanent. Typically with semi-permanent, you can put it on your hair after you shampoo and do like a deep cleaning shampoo. I did a deep cleanse with this mask, so we're just gonna substitute that for that. It does say on here that you need to do it on dry hair. I've never used a semi-permanent hair color on dry hair. Like, in all my life, I've never had to do that. So I'm a little confused by that, but I know science tells us that when your hair is wet, especially with warm water, when you have low porosity, your cuticles are open and they are able to receive more of whatever you're adding to your hair, especially water. So we're going to keep the towel dried hair and we're going to get started. Don't buy the cheap Annie gloves. Is it Annie? I don't even know where this is from. We're just gonna have to make it work, okay? Okay. Just pretend you didn't see it like a few minutes ago. It's sealed, which is cool. It's very rare that you get anything that's sealed at the top these days. I know it has not been tampered with. I also got 2 of these just in case, because I always feel like when I get the bottle dyes, I have a lot of hair and I always need more than 1 bottle. So I really don't necessarily need to dye my entire head of hair. It's really just the roots that I'm trying to get at. But because this is a new color and dye that I'm using, I'm just gonna go all in with the whole bottle or the whole jar, just for the heck of it. Kind of sounds fun, right? If I can get this open. Okay, we have success. This is what it looks like. It's very thick, which is different from most hair dyes. Usually you get like a really runny consistency. And I don't know if that's why they tell you to do it on dry hair, but we're just gonna go in like this. I think it should be fine. Don't really have a scent to it. You guys remember using Jazzin, like back in the day when we had relaxers? Used to use Jazzin, and I used to get like a cherry cola tint over my hair. Not that it really gave me any color, but it smelled good. It is easy to apply though, I can say that. Consistency is nice. So I know it's not gonna give me purple hair, but I'm at the very least looking for a darker, closer to black outcome at my root. Now, if I was trying to use this to actually dye my hair like legitimately purple, obviously this would not work. You would need to go in with some kind of lightening agent, either, which I at the very least would recommend using a developer, which is basically hydrogen peroxide. But if you know, aren't super concerned with the health of your hair, then you'd go in with like a bleach lightener. The lightener, the bleach lightener or the developer, depending on how dark your hair is and what level you are, is going to lighten it based on what strength you use, and something like this can deposit onto your hair and actually show up. So if you were like a light brown or blonde or just a different color, that's not so dark, then you could actually end up with purple hair versus me just depositing a semi-permanent color on my already darkened hair. And the difference between semi-permanent is it's just going to deposit color and it's going to rinse out after a couple of washes. So it's not going to stay in your hair permanently. It is a rinse out over time kind of hair color treatment. It's not taking anything from your hair, so it's not harming your hair. I know a lot of people say if you color your hair, it's going to cause issues. Regardless, it doesn't matter how well you take care of it. If you are lightening your hair prior to depositing color, yes, that's true. But if you are just depositing color on top of your hair, it's just like adding, how can I say this? I don't want to say it the wrong way, that might be confusing. But like adding a protein treatment to your hair. You are filling in the gaps in your hair cuticle with color instead of removing anything. Just like when you use a protein treatment, you'd be filling in the gaps in your cuticle, your hair cuticle, with proteins. And it says to leave it on for 30 minutes. I've never, when I've done semi-permanent hair color, I've never left it on for just 30 minutes. I want that thing to take as much as possible, and I don't have much to do today or anywhere to be. So we are going to let this sit under some natural warmth in my plastic cap for a while, probably for the rest of the day, if I can help it. You guys know what? I'm getting through this jar, but it's not like at the end, so I might be able to survive this process with just one jar. Praise the Most High. These dyes are not cheap. They are about $10 a jar. I think that's the only thing that stopped me from using Manic in the past. Let me take this loose, that might help. Is that they were a little bit more on the expensive side, and I was used to buying like my Jazzins and my Adores, you know, the beauty supply, local beauty supply store, for like $3 or $4. Even though they may have not completely been the best for my hair, I knew it worked and it was cheaper. So this is around $10. I believe it's made in the UK. And people have seen decent results with it on lightened hair. And even when you have darker hair, if you're trying to achieve a darker, like midnight black color, this has also been known to be useful for that. So testing it out. If it works, that would be cool. If not, I'm gonna go definitely, I think I'm already gonna go back because I'm leaning towards more natural alternatives anyway. I'll probably, the next time you see me darkening my roots will be with a henna and indigo treatment. Now, if you really want to get your hair colored temporarily and not damage it, I suggest hair color gel or hair paint wax. Hair color gel actually I've used it and it feels much better on my hair than the hair paint wax did. And the hair color gel by Gemini Naturals is all natural and it is way better for our hair, I believe. So I would definitely seek that option if you really wanted to get that color to show up on your hair and have the option of rinsing it out once you're finished. You're bored, or you want to change up your look. I kind of am liking this process better than the typical bottle colors that I would use, because right now they would be all over the place, dripping down my face and neck, and it's nicer when you have a thicker base and kind of just can apply it on like conditioner. It's like so much easier to work with. We are at the end of the jar, as you guys can see. So if you have hair like mine and you're thinking about doing this, then one jar may actually be enough. Look at the gloves. I'm just gonna put it into 2 twists just to kind of keep it contained. The color can just sit in there and marinate while it's all intertwined and wrapped up together. If that makes any sense. These gloves suck. If you end up with stuff on your ears or around your hairline, just take a little bit of oil. I was supposed to do this before. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. And just go around your hairline with the oil. Oh, that might not be coming off. Y'all, if I have purple edges in my next hairstyle, please don't come for me in the comments. I know. I had prepared everything before and then I forgot to cut my hairline when I came on camera. So it is what it is. Yo, this is really not coming off my ears. My ears is okay, but it's like right here in the front. Like, can I not have a purple hairline later today? No. Y'all see this? This is not coming off. Like, I'm scrubbing. Okay, well, hopefully after rinsing this out and deep conditioning and the rest of my wash day process, it will. For now, it is what it is. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Put my cap on. And wrap it up with this. We're just gonna go chill out for the rest of the day and let this marinate. So I will come back to you guys before I rinse it out, and once it's dry, it'll really show up. You're not gonna see anything until the color actually sits there and your hair is fully dry. But I will come back on after I style my hair and it's dry and show you the results. All right, see you soon.
Hey you guys, I forgot to actually record me saying something here, so I am doing this in a voiceover, but I just wanted to show you my results. I did get my jet black, blue, black look that I am usually going for when I do this process, so I was happy with that. You guys, let me know what you think. Do you like to experiment with semi-permanents? Give me comments down below and definitely give me a thumbs up. Until next time, as always, remember to live out loud, own your truth, and let your light shine.